Volume check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me okay? um, Campanini, hello. It was not a bit. That was a scream full of emotional damage is what that was. Maybe I'm a little bit too too dated now to be streaming to be dual streaming. But you guys can hear me okay, yeah? YouTube, hello, hi. I know it's been a while. Good job on the YouTube thumbnail. Thank you. I honestly was short-circuiting a bit because it's been so long since I made a thumbnail, and then there was a lot of really cute templates. But I have an ego, so I was all like, nah, I can make my own thumbnail. I can do it. I sat there with like 60 tabs open and with my Photoshop, and I was like, fuck. What are we doing again? Anyway, it's been a while. Hello. How are you guys doing? Good job on the YouTube thumbnail for the week. Shut up! You're so annoying. It's gonna take me a bit to read two chats at the same time, so please forgive me if I missed anything. And if you didn't want me to miss anything, then just send a super chat. Welcome back. How was your flight? Honestly, it was rough. The weather was really bad on the way back. Like, it was actually snowing in California, which is kind of terrifying, isn't it? But it was snowing, and so the turbulence was really rough. Like, normally I can handle it a bit, but it was really rough this time. Thank you so much, Nyans, for the 2 months resub. I appreciate it. 2 months membership. I should be saying membership. Yes, crumb for me. But yeah, sorry. It was I was struggling a little bit this morning. I'm trying to be very motivated. Came back with oh my god, I came back with like so much shit to tell you guys. Like, you know, my parents, like, truly, you guys should be grateful that I turned out the way I did. Honestly, it could be so much worse. Thank you, Vic, for the 31 months resub. Thank you, Gabby, for the 35 months resub. And thank you, Greed, for the 4 months resub. And thank you, Parker, for the gift sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining Crumb Ship. And thank you, Dino, for the 43 months membership. And thank you, Yumi, for the 3 months membership. And thank you, for the 8 months membership as well. You're grateful you're here. Thank you. I actually didn't even know I was gonna make it back. Like, it was kind of rough, you guys. Oh my gosh, where do I even start? I don't even know where to start. I know this is insane coming from me, but all in all, it could have been so much worse. Like, I don't know if my tolerance just went up, or if like they had gotten better. I'm gonna assume it's because my tolerance went up. But thank you, Doom Turkey, for the 5 months resub. I appreciate it. And thank you, Bash, for the almost 40 months resub. Thank you. If you were worse, you could fuck me up so much worse, so you missed out on that. Do you want me to milk you dry? It's never too late to start. I feel a little bit bad about it, but maybe that would ruin the immersion for you. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Where do we even start? Okay. Oh god, I don't even know where to start. Okay, I guess I haven't been back to Texas for almost like a year and a half. And when I had come back, oh my god, the road was filled with childbearing hip trucks. Like, these trucks were so fucking wide, and it was so like hiplicious. And I was like, huh. So if we ever get like another Cars movie, is this like what they're gonna be like installing? You know, like is this the next move? Like, those trucks, like, wow. Like, wow, one can only dream to have an ass and a hip like that, you know? You really miss streaming, huh? I miss streaming so much! Oh my god, it killed me to be away. My goodness. Thank you, Darky. Thank you for the $200 dono. I will let you drain me, yeah. If anything, we responsibly drain now. Also because maybe you have moved on to other people since I don't stream anymore. But actually, I've streamed so much since the year started. You guys should be grateful. But I sent that tweet to my friend who drives one of those trucks in the job, and what did they say? No, they weren't built like that when I first was there, okay? Thank you, Nini Yuna, thank you. And you may be wondering, Yuna, do you have some sort of ulterior motive for streaming on YouTube once again, or do you care about us? I 100% have ulterior motives. You think I'm doing this? You think I'm going through this without getting something out of it? No, I just figured like I will definitely want to be able to sing more and to release. And I've been streaming a lot longer, and streaming rewards the longer streams. And so I just thought maybe gonna so I just figured that I should just give. Okay, my ulterior motive is that despite being a Wuwa creator and despite being able to sing gorgeous songs from the game, I definitely do want my channel to be more visible and to be able to sing more. I'm still learning how to sing better, but yeah, I definitely was all like, okay, in order to get more covers, in order to get more attention on my YouTube channel, which has been there for a while, it's been 6 years. So I was all like, okay, it's been 6 years and I'm almost at 30K subscribers. Oh my god, should we have a throwback? Be like 30K subscriber marathon stream. Thank you for supporting me in my new career. Yeah, also I was really sad that I'm a really funny person. Like, I'm really fucking funny. And so I just thought it was a shame that my VODs on Twitch would expire. There were a couple of streams that I really enjoyed, but ever since cause I used to be able to do just highlight my stream and it'll be in my highlights, and that's how I kept my VODs. But that's not a thing anymore. And then I was just thinking, I was like, oh, I had really great streams in December, and they're just all gone into the void like that because I don't think anybody cares enough to archive my stuff. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll start streaming on YouTube so that way you guys can see a little bit more as well, you know. Thank you, Yabby, for the 1 year crumbship, and thank you, Darty, for the 48 months crumbship. But yeah, no, honestly, I know it's really hard for you to grasp. I think I'm the funniest person ever. Your life must be so hard, knowing that anyone you meet in person will never be as funny as me. Thank you, Alu, for the 47 months resub. I appreciate it. No, I think I'm so funny. It's all about the delivery. I laugh at myself all the time. And then when someone tries to make a joke, I'm just all like, you thought that was funny? So yeah, so I'm here, and so I hope it feels a little bit awkward. I'm so sorry. It literally feels like I'm a new streamer again, which is really embarrassing because it has been 60. But yeah, no, I know that asking for 100K by the end of the year when I've been sitting at 27K for a while is kind of ridiculous. But I haven't streamed on YouTube in other than the shitter stream we had. I haven't streamed on YouTube maybe since I left Sundaria, maybe since 2023, 21. And around then, I was at least at 20K subscribers. So to get almost 10K just releasing covers, I was like, not bad. Maybe I can do something. Please don't miss this. I'm not that washed. I can tell a super chat with my eyes. Thank you for the 199 super chat. Or did I just say blue super? I don't remember anymore. I also don't watch people on YouTube anymore. Other than sometimes I'll watch Mio, and Pio, and damn. Why can Antonia be named Tio? So I can say I watch Mio, Pio, Tio. Well, it's a crumb ship. Oh, I'm dual streaming right now on YouTube, and so to differentiate my YouTube subs and my subs on Twitch, I call them crumb ship. And if you subscribe to tier 2, it's crumb for me. And if you subscribe to tier 3, it's crumb lords. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't remember. It might be flipped. She literally be thank you, Pyro, for welcome to Crumb for me. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, I wanted it to be Crumb Dump. Okay, actually, multiple crumbs wanted the tier 3 to be what was it, like Crumb Cuck Lord or some shit like that. But I was like, okay, you guys, people that have never watched me are going to think things, and I don't want them to think that about you. Thank you, Alex. Welcome to Crumb Ships. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, it was a Cuckrums. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Wait, where's my wrench? What the fuck, YouTube? Wait, yeah, your wrench is right there. I can see your wrench. Or maybe no, maybe not. I'm starting to think things. No, don't think things. Don't think. We draw the line. Yes, we do. Okay. Like, you know, that was my biggest concern when I first announced that I got married. I was all like, did I make anyone in chat feel like a cuck? That was like my biggest concern. Okay, I was all like, oh, I like tried really hard the last couple of years. Like, I was like really scared. I was like, instead YouTube does shields now instead of wrenches, I think. Oh wow, that's crazy. You don't want to get into the very profitable industry of exploiting pay piggies? Well, I feel kind of bad. Like, it'd be nice if I could exploit you. Like, I feel like I'm so transparent about it that, like, if you do feel exploited, you kind of signed up for the terms and conditions, you know. And Twitch mods have swords and YouTube mods have shields. Ooh, would you guys rather be a shielder or would you rather be an attacker? Hmm. But yeah, honestly, you guys are a little bit freaky. Maybe you guys do want to be exploited, actually. But yeah, no, I last year was a weird year. I think last year was like a wait, so the year before that, I was employed, and so I was all like, okay, goodbye streaming. See you never again. But it was still like no, I grew up. I grew up with you guys. I can't let you guys go that easily. So I was like, okay, I'll try to stream here and there. But you guys know how busy I got. And then last year it was like I just got laid off, so it was kind of like a like I feel like a sellout because I told you guys like my whole thing since 2021 was I want to graduate school with my degree. I want to get a good job so that you guys don't have to worry about funding me anymore, and that you can just watch streams to watch streams, and it's gonna be good. And I'm gonna be independent from you guys. And so in 2025, I come back and be like, hey guys, so I got laid off again. And it was just like, you know, like I just feel like streams just like wasn't entirely like the way I wanted to. So rebranding last year was really expensive. Hopefully that will not be the case this year. Hopefully I'll actually make a profit this year. Well, I still made a profit barely. But hopefully I make a profit this year. And then it was kind of like okay, I've come into a new mindset of where I think the last 2 years were very valuable to realizing what my limit is. So yes, I will still be looking for a full-time job as always, but I think I can still like balance streaming among all of that, at least to the best of my ability. Make Nini Yuna rich again. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you understand. Also, thank you, Luffy, for the 64 months resub. Thank you, thank you. How about you sell out harder? Gosh, no, I literally was laying there like last night. I was all like, how do I like monetize myself? Like, it's been so long. Like, I honestly, unfortunately, am someone that is either I can never be in the middle. You know what I mean? Like, it always has to be to both extreme ends. I think because when I was in a corpo, like pretty much making profit was like my entire life. I had like a pretty unhealthy relationship with like trying to earn money, but also trying to like have morals, and then like not wanting to do that, but then it was what like the company needed time, that sort of stuff. And so then I tried to go on the very opposite end of that to be like more like independent. But then I was all like, oh yeah, all the things I want to do are really expensive. And then it's like, so like I told you, it's like the cycle, you know, the cycle of, oh, but the problem is, I'm a really bad liar. Like, I sometimes think about taking those sponsorships. Like, I got a sponsorship offer from Twitch for like to play like the NTE beta for like an hour, but literally just a stream before that, I was all like, yeah, I think modern setting like gacha games are really boring, and I like don't want to play it. And so I was all like, oh, can I be a sellout? Can Okay, I know in my head I should just take it. It's like $70 for just playing for an hour, but I just said I didn't want to play it, and so I can't like pretend, you know. The biggest problem I think when I went back to Texas is that my mom my mom put a jade bracelet on me to repel bad luck and to prevent me from going to hell. And I was trying to put this off as long as possible because I have problems, specifically sensory problems. I don't like wearing jewelry. I love watches. I love watches, but I take everything off like when I go to bed. Like I take everything off when I go shower. Like I don't normally wear jewelry and that kind of stuff. But my mom forced this bracelet onto me, and I screamed so loudly that like my sister and my dad both woke up. And my knuckles were bruised for like an entire week afterwards. But it's on me now, and I'm trying to like adjust to like having it. Well, it's okay. It's like a really cute purple, so it's like kind of cute. But then I'm just all like, how long do you think it'll last before I take a hammer to it? You know? Did she put it on when you were asleep? No, she came downstairs and she was like, so it was a combination. Okay, as brain damaged as my mom is, honestly, I think I'm so funny because she's really funny. My mom's just the most out of pocket shit that I'm just all like, I agree with you, but like, who said you could say that? And so like, as she was trying to force this bracelet onto me, and it's like painful, okay? Because these things are supposed to be, you're not supposed to be able to take it on easily because if you put it on easily, then it can fall off just as easily, right? And jade bracelets are normally quite expensive. But my mom, halfway through shoving this on my hand, goes, I forgot how to put this on. Like, is this how you put it on? Is this supposed to hurt? You know, like, you should just don't stop me. Like, my mom was all like, oh, punch forward and then I'll pull back. And I was like, what are you doing? Yes, I was screaming like I was being exercised. It was very painful. And was it louder than the start of the stream? It might have been a little bit louder than the start of the stream, yes. You can play Slay 2 with that money? Yeah, okay. So many, you know, I applaud you guys. I applaud you guys and your confidence in thinking that you're good enough to co-op Slay the Spire 2 with Nini Yuna. No, actually, as much as I complain about like, oh, I wish I could play multiplayer games more with people, I'm a solo leveler. I'm like Kirito, you know? Like, I can't let you guys hold me back. And in reality, it's all like, I'm really bad at math, and so I don't want to be blamed for anything. If we die. I am good enough to carry it back. Okay, maybe it's also an imposter syndrome. Maybe everyone I know is so good at. Do not call me Klein. I will ban you. Okay. No, I think it's just like ultimately everyone around me is so good at playing games that like if you play with me, I just got carried. Like, there's no merit. There's no merit in clearing something when you guys play with me. So really, this is just a skill. Like, I'm earnest. I'm a grinder. I'm someone who does her very best. And sometimes being my very best is not enough, okay? So letting other people grind on your accounts is like a self-limiter. No, that's different. That's just because I want to gamble without actually having to work for it. Is there any game you're good at? To be completely honest with you, I can spend a lot of hours on games, but I don't think there's any game I'm good at. Like even my farm, like even when I spend 10 hours on a farming game, I think my farming is quite inefficient. I'm good at playing you guys though. I don't know. Like, I can't even say that I'm good at Slay the Spire or like farming games or anything like that. Like, oh, I'm really good at marrying characters as fast as I possibly can in like farming sims and like dating sims and that kind of stuff. I'm pretty good at that. I wouldn't say I'm the greatest at TFT. I'm just good at gambling. Not good at gaming. Very different. No one plays me as hard as me. What are your inner demons telling you, Daedar? Yeah, I'm good at getting married as fast as possible. It's true. If be good at a dating sim speedrunner. Maybe. I'm good at breaking our accounts, yeah. So that's why I just don't know that like I feel like I just can't play multiplayer with anyone because if I clear the game then I didn't do it. You probably did it, you know. Um uh but oops. Sorry. My husband was in a meeting with his CEO and CTO when I screamed. Oopsie. At least I'm in a room now. At least the room is like kind of like soundproofed. Kind of. Well, it's his fault. Maybe he should have considered being less important at work. Maybe he should have been less important at work. Oh, but then like every single time, I'm like, why do you have to work so much? And then he looks at me and he's all like, where's your job? And I was like, okay, fair enough. Teehee, haha, my bad. My bad. Teehee. Thank you, Vash, for joining Crumbship. I appreciate it. Thank you. He wants me dead. But yeah, so where do I even start? Oh, right. Like, I had like a come to Jesus moment when I went home. My mom, like, honestly, as much as I want to say that, like, oh, I'm not like my mom or dad, there is, like, exactly. I need to get a job to take that card. I need one so bad. Oh, I can't believe my mom was right. I'm being financially abused. Yeah, no, but it was just like, it was in that moment, like, there are unfortunately traits that I have picked up from my mom and dad. Unfortunately, I try really hard not to, but you know how sometimes like when I like do something stupid on stream and I bullshit my way out of it, or I always have like a reason, or I always have an excuse for whatever I like do. My mom, I got it from my mom, but she's like 10 times worse about it. Because so I was like home, right? And okay, my mom like was all like, I want your husband to make kimchi because I want a real Korean to make kimchi. And I was like, who do you think makes the kimchi at H Mart? Like, I'm pretty sure they're real Koreans. But my mom was all like, I want a real Korean to make them. And I want you to like bake some cookies because, oh, if you're unemployed because you're baking or whatever last year, then your cookies should be good, right? But my mom kept telling me, she kept going on like, oh yeah, I have everything already. What in this house don't I have, right? She had nothing. So when I had asked her, I was like, oh, do you have white sugar or brown sugar? She was all like, yeah, of course I do. You know what she had? Cane sugar. Which is, yeah, I guess it is white and brown sugar. Okay, sure enough. Okay, right. And then I asked my mom, I was like, oh, do you have like a hand mixer? Or am I hand mixing this? Or do you have a KitchenAid or whatever? And she's like, yeah. Like, who do you think I am? And then she threw out all her attachments for the KitchenAid because she only uses it to grind meat. So I was all, and then she was all like, oh, just go to the store and buy it. And I was like, do you think I can just walk into any store and buy like a KitchenAid attachment? Like, do you think I can just do that, right? And then I was like, okay, do you have a baking sheet? My mom pulls out a pizza sheet, like a round like pizza pan with like the holes in it. And I was like, okay, so the next time you ever ask, if I ever come home again and you ask me to bake anything, I'm just gonna pack like my own stuff in my suitcase. And then she was like, I just don't get why you just can't use it. Like, why don't you just listen to me? And I was like, mother, are you the one that runs like a baking business? Is it you? I didn't fucking think so. Okay, so sit the fuck back down. And then the next day when like all our relatives came to eat the cookies, because the entire time my mom kept going. Oh my god, make sure it's not too sweet. And I was like, do you a recipe is a recipe, and so if I remove the sugar from the recipe, what do you think happens to the recipe? Okay. And then the next day my mom to all her relatives, my mom's like, oh yeah, isn't her cookies like so good, like it's like not too sweet and everything too, like, you know, like she sells them and everything. And I was like, don't act as if like you weren't okay, whatever. But anyway, that like so my bitch cousin is still my bitch cousin. Like, she's still a bitch. However, her and her family, I think I mentioned last year, they were like trying to repent because they were basically like, oh my god, we have lived bad lives, telling Nini Yuna that she was a bastard child since she was a child, and because of that, our life is miserable. So we're gonna repent now, right? And I'm just all like, I don't really care, but sure, whatever makes you happier. And so it was. Oh gosh, I don't even know where to start with this. Okay, so my cousin, as you guys know, she and her mom are really good at making backhanded comments. Like they make a lot of like hiccups. Sorry. They make a lot of backhand comments of where it's like, for example, like I'll be telling like my cousin was talking. So funny thing, my cousin just got laid off. She got laid off like last week. I didn't notice until like I was talking with another cousin over drinks, but essentially like my bitch cousin was making like a really she was kind of like yeah, you know, I have never taken a day off in like 3 years, but I took it off for this Lunar New Year because I like knew you were coming home and I just really wanted to spend time with you and to reconnect with you. And like, oh my gosh, you know, I haven't rested in so long. It just feels so hard. It turns out she already got laid off. Like there was no need to ask for time off anywhere. But then like she was asking me about like my job prospects and everything. And then she was all like, "Oh, is it like that hard to get a job right now? Like, oh, like did that many people get laid off?" And I was all like, I bit my tongue. Oh, oh, but I was like, okay, yeah. But then when I had gone back to my parents' place and I was baking and making kimchi and like I invited like my friends over and everything, my mom was like, "Oh, you should invite your cousin. You should invite your." It almost flew out. I almost said it. I almost keep yourself safe. Machine Tech, no, she's a teacher. But yeah, so it was like one of those things of where um kimchi making is a labor of love and baking is a labor of love too, especially when I'm not in my like own kitchen. So I invited like some friends over and like I invited my other cousin over as well. And how do you get laid off as a teacher? Honestly, they probably found out that she had an Instagram where she was taking like putting up photos of like her kids in her class, and you're not supposed to do that. Whatever, not my problem, not my business. I am in tech, however. Yeah, no, her whole thing was being like the quirky like teacher who like really like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. I don't think too hard about it. I'm not. I already tried saying something about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so my mom was all like, "Oh, you should invite your cousin over," and I was all like, and so this is where the conversation proceeds, where I had my come to Jesus moment of like, wow, my mom is never going to change. Because as you guys know, I went no contact with her for about 4 months. And it scared her. It scared her enough that she told me, she was all like, yeah, I realized that if I was gonna be crazy outwardly, I would lose you. So I just like hold it in now, no matter how sad you make me. And I was like, oh, okay, good, you figured it out. I just had to like train you like you like the way that you train like, you know, like dogs at like the dog academy and stuff. So I had gone no contact with my mom for like 4 months, and it had like she had realized that every time she insults me or my husband or anything, I'm just hang up the phone. Yeah. So she's quite open with me now. Honestly, we talk pretty openly. And so I told my mom, I was like, I don't understand how every single time you get mad at someone or your own sister or you're bitching about someone and you're like, I don't want to talk to them anymore, you're allowed not to talk to them. But when I tell you that I don't want to talk to this cousin because I can't stand this behavior, I have to talk. And my mom was like, no, like you don't get it, like, you know, like you just have to be kind to everybody, or you know, like for like your own sake, you just like you have to like keep face and stuff. And I was like, yeah, my bad, I can't be a lying ass fake ass bitch like you, right? And mom was like, no, like you'll understand when you get older and everything. And I was like, I'm 30 in like 4 years, like I don't know how much older you want me to get. And it was just this kind of back and forth, and I was just kind of telling her, I was like, I just can't like do that. I can't like be. I just don't understand why you hold yourself to the standard that nobody else is. And I was like, same thing of where my mom was all like, oh, can we go run this errand real quick? And then it's all like ends up being an hour away. And I was all, this is what happened in Vietnam too. You would tell me that like it's right there, and then we end up fucking 3 hours in traffic and wasting half our day. And so I was just kind of like going back and forth with her. And so we get to this point of where she's all like, oh no, like, you know, like everything good in your life, you've been able to meet like a good person and to move away and stuff because I have lived a good life for your sake. And I was all like, bitch, the fuck. What the fuck? Yeah. And so like I was just kind of like losing my mind at this point. But it came to a point of where I had told my mom, I was kind of like, I hate it that you're always like, because my mom's always saying, like, oh, you'll see one day when the real when life like gives you a reality check, or like, oh, like you'll see one day when your husband leaves, and I'm just kind of like, why do you constantly like wish misfortune on me just so you can say I told you so? Like, what kind of mother does that, Like, I was just like so confused and so like, what is up? Like, yeah, no, I was kind of like because this conversation happens quite often, where my mom was like, I'll be arguing with her about something, I'll be like, no, they're not like that, no, it's not like that, or like, no, like my life is this. And my mom was like, oh, you'll see one day. And I was all like, why do you want me to see one day? Like, as much as sometimes with like, even with my close friends, I'm all like, okay, they kind of do need to learn on their own, right? They need to like experience this to like understand why I warned them against it or whatever. Sometimes you do need to go through it, but I would never wish that upon somebody. Like, I feel like whenever a friend has to learn a hard lesson, I'm kind of always like, I truly hope from the bottom of my heart that you never have to experience this, but if you do, you'll realize it, right? But my mom always like no, because when I had first gotten married, my mom, like, she kept going on like, oh, like, you have to like protect yourself and protect your family. And I was all like, okay, no, we're married, like, this is my family now. And then she was all like, oh, your uncle in tech, like, he's remarried like 4 times and he's like so rich and they always get younger. And I was all like, why are you like kind of insulting like my husband like that when he's done nothing but like help you and be good to you and everything? And I want to be like, no, I'm not saying that, I'm just saying that when it happens to you, you'll see. And I was like, why do you want me to get divorced? And yeah, think of the ego bump you get. Okay, no, so let me see. Okay, hold on. Oh, yeah. And then like my sister. Oh my. Okay, honestly, it may come as a shock to some of you guys, but the person that gave me the most mental damage on this trip was my younger sister. 20-year-olds are mean. Like, I thought she was kind of difficult when she was 18, but like 20-year-olds are really mean, you guys. Like, my feelings were hurt this time around. Like, I had like a talk like with my sister and everything, and like and it was kind of like a, so we had this conversation where my mom and dad, like, I have a bit of a tougher skin, whether it is because I just don't care, or I know that they're wrong, or because I've had viewers tell me way worse shit. But it was, oh, speaking of viewers, I realized I'm immune to backseating because the number one backseater in my life is my mom, and I just ignore all of it. So none of you guys can ever backseat me as much as my mom does. But anyway, sorry, going back. No, people that I've banned or whatever, or random viewers that come in have said way worse to me. But like, one of the things is my mom, like, for example, like my dad and mom like kept me on like, oh, you're like so fat, like, when you get pregnant you're gonna get even fatter, so you have to lose weight now so that when you're fat when you're pregnant. And I was like, so I want a kid. But they didn't say stuff like that, or they would just kind of be like, or okay, we'll get to my dad. I don't talk about my dad often on stream because obviously the last 6 years you guys know that like I traumatized about my mom all the time. I don't really talk about my dad as often, just because I don't really like interacting with him. He's kind of you kind of have to be a shit person to be married to my shit mother, right? So either or. But it was so my mom and my sister, for context, she is a bit sheltered, a bit spoiled. She does work really hard, but she has pretty bad anger issues. Also the wombo combo of ADHD, autism, depression, all those kind of things, anxiety. My sister does not have a thick skin. She has the thinnest skin known. My sister is like a rage baiter's dream, okay? I also realized my mom and dad is just a rage baiter backseater combo. My dad rage baits me, my mom backseats me. No, but my sister has like a really thin skin. she's really sensitive, and she's very touchy when it comes to our parents, and I don't blame her. Like, I can't blame her. But once again, this is like one of the reasons why I had left home at 17, right? Like, I knew that I just couldn't do this anymore, everything. And me and my sister have a 6-year age gap. I was kind of rage baiting her, but like, look, maybe I'm just a bad example. But I'll get to it. So what happened is, my sister is really defensive too, so she can't really banter like that, or she can banter with her friends, but it's very selective. Anyway, my sister's a good kid. I love her a lot. I just can acknowledge that my sister also has a lot of problems, and she knows she has a lot of problems. But my parents tend to insult her. My sister is really small. Like, she's really tiny. Like, she's 5'2", and she's 90 pounds. Like, she's very freaking tiny, right? And she has a complex about it, because even though she does eat, even though she does go out with her friends and everything like that, it's like all of our family constantly talk about how she's too small, and that she's not pretty if she's that small, and that like how she's gonna find like a guy if she's that small. They don't know she has a girlfriend, but we'll get to that. All that kind of stuff. So my sister's very sensitive about. My sister also doesn't like talking to my mom and dad. Granted, she lives at home with them, so like she had to deal with like everything that the way they act since I left the house, which can be insufferable as well. And my dad will normally tease her about like, because my sister, she sulks really often, but almost like comedically so. Like, you know, like the way that like anime characters, when they sulk, they have like the purple aura around them, and they like just grumble and refuse to talk to you. That's my sister when she sulks. So she does that quite often. Or if like my parents like tease her too much, she'll just like walk away, or she's always on her phone, usually like talking to like her friends. My dad will make my dad would be like, you think like he'll use his voice too. He'll be like, oh, what do you think is so interesting in her phone that she can't even spend time with her family, or like, oh, you know, she doesn't even need to eat, all she needs to do is like text her friends. Like, my dad says stuff like that, which then pisses off my sister, which then gets her to walk away. And then my sister also is like So like, I'm a yapper, right? Everyone in my family kind of is a yapper, actually. But my sister has a smaller voice and tends to be overspoken. But it's like, because like I talk over friends and friends talk over me. But I kind of just either wait for them to finish and then I repeat what I was gonna say, or I repeat it enough times that they like stop to listen to me, right? My sister isn't like that. It's like, if you even interrupt her or talk over her once, like she just like shut down and like refuse to like talk or whatever, you know? And so it was like one of those things of where my sister had like walked away, and I kind of was like messaging her and stuff, and I was kind of like, hey, like I was telling my parents, I was kind of like, hey, you guys need to like stop like teasing her like that, like stop like insulting her, you know, like, you know that she doesn't want to talk to you because you act that way and everything. And my sister, like, I like messaged her, be like, hey, are you doing okay? Like, sorry about that. Like, I tried really hard to stop them, essentially. I mean, she's like, oh, it doesn't matter, and like, you just don't get it. Like, you talk over me too and stuff. And I was kind of like trying helping her and like talking to her. And my sister, okay, this is where we got into a really bad fight. And you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, or maybe the men in my life that give less of a shit have been a bad influence in my life. Because my sister was all like, I can't just like I can't just like move out and like leave the way that you did. And I was all like, but you can? Like, sorry, I was all like, but you can? I did? Yeah, no. And then she was like, I just can't do this and this and this. And I was all like, you can. Technically, with even more financial support than I had when I moved out at 17, because like me and my husband, we take care of like her gas and her food and her tuition and stuff. And so I was all like, you literally can't just do it though, which pissed her off more that I was telling her just to do it, because like she was like, no, and I was like, but you can't, you literally, I did it, you literally can't. So we got into like a really bad fight over this, but it's like, despite how my parents are to her, they do spoil her a lot. Like, she is pretty spoiled at home, which I think is that like, yeah, she doesn't pay rent, like she just has to pay rent and stuff, and it's rent in like Texas, how expensive it's gonna be. Yeah, no, so we kind of got into a squabble because she was just like, I just can't be like you, like you think like you got to go away. And I was like, yeah, because I woke up one day and I was all like, yeah, I can't live in this household anymore or I'll kill myself. So I left. So yeah, so we got into a fight over this. And I was like messaging like my husband and Pancake, and I was like, what the fuck? Why are 20-year-olds so mean? Like, I was all like, did I say something wrong? Like, was I supposed to say like, oh, it's okay that you can't do it? Because it's all like, you literally can't. You can't. But yeah. Then my sister said things, and I was all like, I was a little bit hurt. Okay, sorry, segue. Going back to the argument with my mom. So, as you guys know, I've told the story before a couple of years ago, but it was just all like, my grandma is like 10 times worse than my mom. Like, it's like all the bad things about my mom put into like a really old person. And my grandma had gotten the family into like $75,000 of like debt and stuff, and like since all of us are in America, and me and my sister are my grandma's only grandkids. My other aunts weren't able to have kids, and so like my grandma for the longest time was kind of like, oh, everything I have is gonna go to like Yuna and like Yeast, right? And it was this whole thing of where my grandma has like a house, because I'm actually from, no, let me finish the story so you can figure out where the 75K debt came from. And so I tell everyone I'm from Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon, but actually I'm from a beach town. It's called Mune. And Mune over the last couple of years has been like kind of like redone into like a beach town, you know, like coastal, like hotels at beach, that sort of thing, right? My grandma has a house right on the beach line, and every other house around her had been bought out by hotels and companies that wanted to build there and like kind of capitalize on that. My grandma said no. They offered her 1.2 mil for her beach house. Like, it's a very, very nice location. Grandma said no, because my grandma was like, oh no, this is gonna go to like, once I die, like I want my grandkids to come back to Vietnam whenever, right? This is about 3 years ago. So about my grandma lives alone in Saigon, in the city. And she has a house there too. And ever since I was a kid, like a child, my grandma usually rents out the house to people that are coming in from the countryside, to kind of like kids that are just finished college and they want to like get a career in the city, and they kind of want to like need a place to stay temporarily. My grandma's always done that. So I've always grown up with a lot of people, like a lot of renters. Like I've had large groups of like sisters that like have come into the city, that like when I was living there still and everything. This time there were these 3 guys from the countryside, and they knew that my grandma is a really lonely person. But my grandma is also a very mean person. She kind of like berates you and insults you. We try to help her out, but she's always trying all the money that we give her, she always gives to other people and then borrows money from other people, because now she doesn't have the money that we gave her. And then it's just like this whole cycle, like for my grandma essentially. That then it pisses off people. It's a lot. And so at some after this we had like okay, I'll get there. Okay. And so these 3 guys had moved in, and they were kind of young. I think they were like probably around my age. And they had kind of preyed on my grandma like that. They kind of were like, oh, like we'll be your grandkids, like we'll be here, we'll take care of you. Like, it's all right that your grandkids are far and don't want to come home. Like, all you need is us, grandma, like all this shit, right? Grandma obviously doesn't tell like my family any of this, and she believes them. And so they're like, grandma, sell your beach house and give us the money, and then we're going to like renovate your current house in the city. We're gonna take care of you, blah 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 blah, right? So remember, the house, when the company tried to buy her beach house, they offered her 1.2 mil. Because these guys needed the money, she found like this one guy who was willing to buy it for 400K, which is holy shit, super undervalued, right? And there was a clause in the contract that was all like, when you sell this house to us, you will get 400K, and we will give you a deposit, like a down payment. No, sorry, not is down payment the right word? Like we'll give you some cash up front, like when the deal is done, which was hold up, let me pull out the calculator. I can't do math. which was $37,000. However, there was a clause in the contract that said, if you take back this sale, you have to pay double of what we gave you, which is $75K. And so when my mom and aunt had found out that my grandma did this, they booked a flight back to Vietnam. They had to get lawyers involved. They had to kick these guys out. It was a whole bunch of things. And then like they thought that my grandma was being like possessed or something. And so they had like asked a family friend to get like an exorcist for her. But then they also were scammers. And then they recruited my other aunt into a cult. And that took a year to get my aunt out of the cult. And now it was just a lot. Okay, this is why I don't go home. Sorry, let me blow my nose real quick. Anyway, so when I had went back to Vietnam last year, it was like the first time I'd been back to Vietnam since 2017. And my grandma immediately pulled me aside and was kind of like telling to me, my husband was all like, "Can you please give me some money? Like they were like financially abusing me. They don't let me have access to any credit cards. Like I like need to pay like my house bill, like a bunch of stuff, right?" And she was like, I was feeling really bad. But then it was like my aunts and my mom had already they pay for her house already and her utilities. They took away all her credit cards because obviously she just kept getting, and like it was to the point where like she had gotten scammed again right before we had come home. There was a young girl that had come in from the countryside stay with my aunt, stay with my grandma. And my aunt at this point has like more tabs on my grandma. But so we had cut it down so that basically she wasn't getting any money. So if she couldn't get any money, she couldn't give people money, and then she couldn't get the sort of thing, right? And we would just pay for it outright. But my grandma and my mom are both kind of like religious nuts, and my grandma had like a heart attack and a stroke at the same time, and then was perfectly fine the next day. And then she was all like, "See, I was fine because I gave all that money away to people. Like I did good in my life." Whatever. If my aunts and my mom did send my grandma anything, it would just be like gold or like jewelry and that kind of stuff. But then my grandma would find a way to sell that off too. And then the girl that was staying with her was all like, "Oh, I have like a rare type of blood cancer and I can't afford surgery. Like, can you please give me like money?" And then my grandma feels bad, and then like she posted on Instagram that she was on a trip in like Korea or some shit. Anyway, this is why I just don't involve myself with any of this. Anyway, so the reason why I bring up my grandma is because my mom turns to me when we're having this little argument in the kitchen, and my mom goes like, "You don't want to hear it, but you're exactly like your grandma." And I start laughing. Because it's all like, you can call me grandma when I also get the family 75K into debt, okay? I was just so mad, because when I was in Vietnam with my mom, I like had a conversation with my mom of where I was all like, if you ever turn out like grandma, I'm sorry, like I cannot be a good daughter. I cannot have that in my life. Like it is so toxic. It is like so much, that sort of thing. But yeah, I was just like, this is why it's okay. My family are good scam targets because I, will never get caught by a phishing scam or a Discord scam. I'd rather die, okay? But I'm like overly cautious because of that kind of stuff too. Everything. What a crazy series of events. That's just my life. Which is why it's all like, even when like friends have like asked me to entertain like joining a corpo again, which is never happening by the way. I'm saying it again now because I had a friend ask me, "Oh, Yuna, now you're streaming again, you're gonna go corpo?" And I was like, "Oh, have I not made it clear? I would rather die than go corporate again." But it's one of the things where it's like so much of my content, so much of my life revolves around my real life experiences and things that have happened to me that I don't really think that I could ever like play just a character, But yeah, so my mom was just like, "You're just like your grandma," and it was honestly the most delusional thing that she had ever said that I had to start laughing. Like it was kind of like I know your ass is not whatever. But yeah, and then my dad has issues like depression, autism, ADHD, anger issues, high cholesterol runs in his family. And I was like, maybe it's a good thing I'm not blood related to him. But one of the things is that my dad and my mom really do suit each other, unfortunately, as much as they've tried to divorce like 6 billion times and everything. I sold both of my kidneys to afford my subscriptions. I need some money to afford dialysis. Dart. you know, if anyone's getting dialysis, it's probably gonna be me first, not you. We all know here that I, Nini Yuna, the picture perfect example of good health is probably gonna have some of that shit before you do, okay? um and it was I didn't stop. Don't remind me about the egg tart. No, the egg tart tangent is gonna happen at the end. Give me a moment. So my dad, I mentioned, is like, I don't know the correct term for it. Is it misogynistic? Like, my dad is like toxic male, you know? Like, he only respects other alpha males. That's why, like, if you're like less of a man than him, then he like hates being around you. But since my husband makes more money than him, my dad views him as like an alpha male. You know what I mean? Like, my dad's one of those type of people. And one of the things is that, like, my dad makes stupid decisions like my mom, except it's not stupid to him. Like, to him, he really did put a lot of thought into it. He just like can't ask like other men because that's like below him. That's like risking his masculinity, you know. And one of the things is that, like, I mentioned when I first started streaming a couple years ago that I was the one that got my dad into Terra MMO and Final Fantasy 14, but he took my PC away from me because girls shouldn't play games, and it's not very feminine of me to enjoy games. And even now, like, when he knows that I stream and stuff, he's like, that's not very, like, feminine. Like, his whole thing, like, for a while as well, like, I like was really scared of the way I laughed because my dad was all like, oh, like, you laugh like you need to laugh like hee hee, but you laugh like you know. So for a while, like, I kind of hated my laugh and everything as well, and I just kind of did laugh around the house. And that's the way my dad is. My dad is like very traditional, like very like he expects to be served food first. One of the very first times that my dad, like, okay, it's really sad to say this, but when my dad starts insulting or berating my mom, I usually have to bring my husband downstairs to sit there with us because my dad doesn't want to look bad in front of my husband. But it was the only way that we could get my dad to like stop like insulting my mom, because otherwise, if I tried to say something, my dad would be like, you are like disrespectful, like know your place, that sort of thing. But since my husband like married into the family, my dad now sees him as family, so my dad's just kind of crazy whether my husband's there or not, so it doesn't work anymore. But one of the things is, my dad is the type of person where he is like the rage baiter backseating combo. My dad has not cooked for many, many years. One time when I was really sick and my mom was really sick, he made us fried rice, and then he brings that up like every so often, like, oh yeah, my fried rice is so good, right? And I was like, Dad, I haven't had it in 8 years because you haven't cooked in 8 years. What the fuck? But kind of like when my mom is, like I mentioned, the best cook that I know in my entire life, unfortunately. And one of those things being is that my dad also acknowledges that my mom is the best cook that he ever has had the pleasure of knowing in his life, okay? But every single time she cooks, he'll be like, oh, this meat's stinky. Why did you use this cut of meat? Or like, why didn't you put salt in this? Or why didn't you put this in this? You know, I like it with this. And like a bunch of stuff. And my mom's also like kind of stressing out about like New Year's, like, New Year's like prep and everything and kind of stuff. But so my dad, over the last couple of days that I was there, every single night after dinner, my dad has a little sweet treat. My dad also is just a little girl, okay? But for some reason, despite how much I bake and despite how much I like to eat, I actually don't eat dessert quite often. I'm pretty picky when it comes to my dessert, and even if I do get dessert, unfortunately, I do only take a couple of bites. I don't really finish my dessert either. I don't eat a lot of sweet things, honestly. So my dad will, in between mouthfuls of the dessert that I brought home for him to eat, he'll be like, yeah, no, you should eat less sweet things. You know, like, I don't eat dessert very often. I don't eat sweet things often, but like, since it's like the holidays, I'm gonna eat some. And I was like, Dad, you've been eating the dessert I brought home for the last like week, you know? And then my dad's like, yeah, it's so like wasteful. Like, why even bother buying any of this? And I was like, Okay. And then there was one bit of egg tart left on the very last day, the last dinner. And this dinner, my dad already was fucking Okay, so remember I mentioned to you guys that I have a white military man uncle that got dishonorably discharged from the military that taught me how to drive the way I drive, so that's why I drive like a white man, you know? And he's the one that my aunt was gonna divorce because he's been a bum without a job for the last like 20 years or something like that, right? And then they were gonna get divorced, but then he had like heart problems and surgery, and my aunt feels bad. And my aunt has her own damage, but one of the things I felt really bad about is she's kind of like, it's like too late for me to not have regrets in life, and I just like will live the way I live to pay off my debt or whatever, and that sort of thing, right? And the thing is that like my uncle, since when I was young, like this is the uncle that promised me like the Bitcoin when I graduated high school, and then he lost it. Since I was young, he'd always be like, you guys know like those classic arcade games, the one where like you have like the little spaceship and then it shoots out a little pixel bullet and then it hits like the aliens, you know? Like he made a game like that when I was like in high school, and he was all like, oh my god, like I put like crypto into this, and then like I have like 1 million players right now. Whatever, right? It never amounted to anything. My husband is my husband is a senior manager in tech, and so obviously he knows a thing or two about the industry. And my uncle, my jobless bum uncle, will like sit there and like mansplain like tech to my husband, who is honestly too nice and just kind of smiles and nods his head, and it's just the most ridiculous shit ever. Then after that, my husband, like, he looked at me and he was like, you know, I'd rather dig a hole for 3 hours than to spend 3 hours with your family. And I was all like, normally I'd be like, you can't say that, but you know what? Fair enough. Okay, sure, I get it. And so. So my dad does not view my uncle as a man. Like, he gets really pissed off when he sees my uncle, because to him that's the definition of like a, was it, so it's alpha male, and is it beta male? Is that the opposite one? Like, my dad views him as like a beta, you know? So like when my dad like sees my uncle, he just is in a bad mood. Okay, so this is what happens the last night that I'm there. And I honestly was so fucking I was so mad. Okay, so what happened is my dad goes, "Oh, we absolutely have to have a family meal for before you leave tomorrow, right?" And I was all like, "Okay," but my aunt did invite us out for dinner because she wants kind of like to treat us to a meal, but at the same time, she gets back from work really late, and then she doesn't want to drive here because there's traffic. And I was like, okay, maybe it's just easier to have it at home. But then my mom was all like, I don't want to cook at home anymore. Like, I don't want to clean it up. And I was like, I'll clean it up for you. And she's like, no, don't make more. And it's just like this whole like argument back and forth, and I'm like losing my fucking mind because I'm all like, you know, the people that like when you give them a solution to their problem, they insist that's not the solution. And then like a couple weeks later, they like take your solution. That's my parents and my aunt. And I was giving everybody so many solutions. It just like did not work. But anyway, and so my dad's the type to be like, oh my god, why isn't she calling me? Like, why, like, does she like not care about me? Like, why don't you tell her to call me? To my mom. My mom will call me and then she'll be like, you have to call your dad. Like, he like wants to talk to you, or like he misses you. And I was like, so what if he misses me? Why doesn't he talk to me? Why doesn't he call me? And mom's like, no, it's your job to call him. This is like the dynamic essentially. And so like one of the things is like my dad, my mom was like, oh, make sure you call your dad. Like, even though we don't have dinner with him, like make sure you call him and be like, oh, I really want to eat with you, dad. I was kind of like he already said he can't make it to the dinner, so why? Okay, whatever. Okay. And so I tell my dad, I'm all like, hey dad, we're actually gonna eat at home. You know, I do want to have a meal with you. Like, I feel like we should have a last meal together for family. And it's how I honestly felt, right? Like I was trying to make bygones be bygones. And so my dad comes home pretty late, which he already said he would be. He came home around like 7:30. My mom's cooking at this time, and she's like, my husband doesn't. I wanted spring rolls on the last day that I was there. I love spring rolls. I love pork belly. But I was like, oh, my husband, I don't think he really wants to eat pork anymore. So I asked my mom. I was like, oh, do you mind making like a separate dish of like something that he likes? And my mom's totally okay. My mom loves cooking. And so my dad comes home and he immediately goes, oh my god, why did you cook fish? You know I don't like eating fish. And my mom was all like, no, like I made you and like Yuna something else. And my dad was all like, then why waste your time like making this? And then she's like, oh, because my son-in-law has to eat too or whatever. And oh, like one of the first things that like my dad has ever blown up in front of my husband over was that like when he came home to visit, my dad was not hungry, and so my dad told us to go ahead and eat. But then my mom didn't ask my dad if he wanted to eat, even though we all heard him say, I don't want to eat right now. And so she let my husband eat first, and then my dad's all like, you disrespect the man of this household. Why did you let him eat before me? Even though I said I didn't want to eat. That's the type of person my dad is. Like, for you to understand how my dad is. So honestly, you guys should be really grateful. I turned out really normal. I turned out like really normal with parents like this. Like, wow, I really could be like an absolute nightmare. Wow. I'm gonna drink some water real quick, hold up. And so, thank you. I pride myself. I think what's even worse is that my husband looked at all this and he went, yeah, I could fix that. Don't follow his example, okay? It may blow up in your face. But yeah, so my dad's already like going on a whole tangent, and then my dad's going on like, there's not enough meat there to like, my dad's making this like, we had like leftover. So there's this Vietnamese dish called bánh trứng or bánh tét, and it's like essentially like a sticky rice cake, and there's like mung bean inside, and then there's like pork, and then you usually eat it with like pickled veggies, and it's like something but normally what happens is that like we have too much of it. We have too much of it after the New Year's because you get kind of sick of eating of it really, really easily. My husband is not entertained by any of this. He wanted me to cut them off ages ago. But yeah, you got married. I got married. It's almost been a full year, actually. So, yippee! I announced it on my 25th birthday stream because I didn't want anybody to call me a Christmas cake. But hold on, let me blow my... when I yap a lot, my nose gets really stuffy, and I haven't yapped this much in a while. So, my dad makes this whole big show of like microwaving like the leftover bánh trứng on like a paper plate and kind of tossing it down and just eating it even without the pickles, and my mom keeps going like, oh, like I boiled the pork a different way today, I think you would like it, like the cuts are really yummy, like give it a shot, like give it a try. And my dad's all like, my dad's like completely silent and everything, and then at the end of it, we were forcing ourselves to finish all of the food, like to eat it because my dad wasn't eating. But we had all said that like, oh, we're really pretty full, like I don't want to eat more spring rolls or whatever. And my dad goes, see, if I ate with you guys, there wouldn't be enough food. And I was all like, you're rage bait. This is rage bait. This is rage bait. This is rage bait. And then, like, mind you, we're not technically having, because my family's very traditional, so normally if we do sit down to have like rice and a meal and everything together, you have to usually be like, oh, like it's like the Vietnamese version of itadakimasu, where it'd be like, oh, like I invite you to eat, like mom, dad, and like order of like oldest to youngest, whoever's at the table, right? we didn't really do that because my dad was kind of like sulking in his little corner, like eating his like rice cake, and I was standing up, rolling like spring rolls. My husband wasn't even eating; he was on like support with like the Amazon or Ring or some shit, a bunch of stuff, right? And while I'm like just like chewing, because no one's talking, okay? I'm like scrolling on my phone a little bit, and my dad goes, I see that it's been too long since we had a family dinner because you don't remember what your manners are, or you don't remember what we're supposed to be doing. And I was all like, you're right, Dad. Because in my family, because I'm married now, we just sit there and watch TikToks together while we eat. Okay, my bad. And then remember, my dad, throughout all of this, like, finally my aunt and my uncle leave and he's in a better mood or whatever, but my mom and dad really love pretending that they weren't fucking batshit crazy, like, 5 minutes ago. But remember, like, my dad's this entire trip, I'm telling me, like, oh, you're, like, too fat, like, you need to lose weight, like, oh, and he'd be, like, pinching my, like, arms, and I'd be like, I'm gonna kill you, and that kind of stuff, and so, he takes out the egg tart. The last portion of the long ass egg tart that I like, he didn't even. It was like the equivalent of like if he had 3 of them. And so I thought that he was gonna cut it, right? I hadn't gotten to try anything yet. Everybody else had it over the New Year's. And then he heats it up. He puts it in front of him, and he starts eating it. All the while looking into my eyes and going, yeah, when you go back home, you shouldn't eat that much more dessert or sweet things. It's really bad for you. Like you should stop eating so much dessert. I was about to crash out. I was so close to crashing out. I didn't even get to eat my damn egg. But yeah, my mom then proceeds to go, yeah, when they're that crazy, you just learn to live with it. And I was all like, so after this, I tell my mom, and I was like, no wonder you always tell me to like suck it up and like deal with it, because you have to be married to this. And mom was like, oh, when you live with it long enough, I'm like, I refuse to live like that. I'm sorry that I refuse to live like that so that you can't like be like, I told you so, and accept it. Anyway, that's a summary of my trip to Texas. I hope you guys missed me. It's been a week. I'll be releasing a new cover tomorrow on YouTube, so I'd be very happy and very grateful if you got to listen to it. I'm actually entering it in the Woowa song contest right now, and I know there's been voting going on for the last 2 weeks already, so I really hope it's not too late. But if you guys do see it, I would really, really greatly appreciate it if you guys voted for it. I would love to show you. Can I show you a sneak peek? Can I show you a sneak peek? Can I show you? Is there a link? Not yet. I'm still waiting for the video to get rendered right now. It's been a while since you watched the Yuna stream. It's been a while since Yuna streamed on YouTube. But yeah, I will do my best to stream a bit more, dual stream. I have it set up now, so hopefully next time I can figure out how to start up the waiting room, because I don't know. My husband said that if I started to stream, I would know which waiting room to start, but I didn't know which waiting room to start. But yeah, so let me show you guys the teaser of the art, and then let me play like maybe like the first like minute of the song. But yeah, no, I honestly, like my confidence with my singing comes and goes. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I can sing, and then sometimes I'm all like, oh, I'm nothing. But in this case, I was all like, oh my gosh, like, wow, this might be my best cover, except everybody covered this song. Like, normally, this may have been my imposter syndrome speaking, but typically, I do try not to overlap covers with, like, friends that I know can sing very well, because I'm all like, yeah, there's no need for a comparison here. I tend to sing, like, English covers of stuff as well, because it's, like, less common in Japanese. And it's one of these where this time I was all like, ugh. A lot of my very, very beautiful, talented friends covered this song. It may be cooked for me. No, but I listened to it and I was all like, I think there's a charm to mine as well. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out and everything. So let me show you guys a preview of the art. And then let me play you guys a bit of the song as well. The art's so beautiful. I got my beautiful friend Thierry to draw it for me. I love it. I love it. It's so nice. And then let me
me play a bit of the song for you guys. Or maybe we'll just listen to it now so you guys know that like it's gonna be so good when you guys hear it. Okay, and then here's the final mix. I'm so excited for this. I haven't seen the video yet, honestly, so it'll be like a surprise for the both of us. Is the volume too loud? Is this okay? Listen to it, okay? Open your ears, okay? Open them! It's magic where snowflakes could cling like powdered stardust on your skin, glistening. Their moments may be fleeting and paper thin, but through your voyage they will sing, soaring like the paper plane we dream, coasting through the trails we paved. It's not make-believe. Fly till frost turns to spring. Carry the torch for me and spread your wings. I will cast a glow up from your sky, your ever-guiding light. Yeah, so you guys better go watch it. Whether it goes up, I don't know if it's gonna go up tomorrow or on Sunday. But I'm very, very, very happy with how the cover turned out. I worked very hard to do all the layers. It was very stressful. Honestly, I wish I could figure out how to upload like the acapella like as like an album on Spotify. Because honestly, it turned out really, really nice. Like we're gonna listen to it again. Let's pretend it's a karaoke stream right now, okay? But I put my ussy into all these harms and all these ad libs and let me see, where is it? I think it's this one. Here we go. We dreamed, coasting through the trails we paved. It's not
I know that I don't have a very strong vocal, and I can't sing as confidently as my peers, but I do know that I have the perfect voice for overlaying harms and ad libs. That's the one thing I know I'm really good at. So, but I was pretty happy with this turned out.
Make history. Given time to fade away. Memories. But I won't let it faze me. 'Cause I don't pine for what's to be of me. Up in the air isn't nowhere. So there's no floating around aimlessly. Look on up and you will see it grows and grows, and most of all so live and bursting with colors all blossoming. What the plan's been promising, the end's another new beginning ahead.
Yeah, honestly, I worked really hard for this one. So I really hope I can get in top 10 at least.
Your eye, did they really mirror mine? I will not believe. It's what keeps my wish afloat. I hope you know. Soaring like a paper plane we dreamed, coasting through the trails we paved. It's not make-believe. Fly till frost turns to spring. Carry the torch for me and spread your wings. I will cast a glow up from your sky, your ever-guiding light.
all my acapellas to YouTube Crumbship chat. So if you guys did get Crumbship recently, please make sure you've connected that to your Discord. Oh yeah, I'm super excited for the cover. I hope you guys. I had Trauma Dump Fire, the cute girl anime singing hits harder. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. But yeah, happy Trauma Dump. Yippee! You love my voice. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm super excited for this cover to come out, and then I have a couple more like Woowa covers coming out too. So where do we vote? So once I submit it on the hold on, let me see. Once I submit it to the website, I think it should just show up on let me see. It should be, which event is it? Ah, here you go. The Voice of Star Tours hosted by Fleet Snow Fluff. Fan meeting call for music creations out live. Check the event page. Event duration the 8th to the 18th. Step into the spotlight. So I submit it, and then once I submit it, you guys go to. Once I submit it, you just go to this website, and then you click Works Showcase, and you vote. Yeah, no, everybody is already doing pretty. I hope. I would just love to be in top 10. That's all I ask for. But we'll see. I'll do my bestie. I was actually going to submit my Chisa cover counts for it, but I wasn't entirely happy with my performance for that. So I don't know. But yeah, hopefully the video can get up tomorrow, and hopefully you guys can vote for it, and hopefully we can get into the top 10. I'd be very happy if we could be. As for what's going on this entire weekend, let me see. My hashtag no plans ever again. Yeah, regardless, I wanted to make this cover anyway. And if I don't win the $200 cash prize, I can just tell chat to give me $200, right? And then that's basically I won the prize anyway. So I have is it? I don't know actually. I don't know if it's one. I assume it's probably 1 point per person. She won our hearts anyway. Yeah. So if I don't win, give me a consolation prize, okay? Pinky promise, please. But yeah. So my friend gave birth a whole month early, and I was all like, oh my god, what? So she had asked me to make her a whole pot of bumbawe because you're supposed to only eat hot things, I think, in Chinese culture after you give birth. So I need to go do that tomorrow. I also need to go get groceries. The kid's okay, thankfully, because normally, normally when the kid's like that early and that small, they have to stay in the what? How do you call it? The ICU? The NCI. Yeah, that. Yeah, so it was like a whole month premature, and then I was like, cause she was like, yeah, my water broke, and then they said that the baby was like folded like a taco, and then my water already broke, so they had to just give her like a C-section, and she was originally gonna give like a natural. She was really stressed out, and I was really stressed out, and because I just expected her to not give birth a whole month early, but the baby's fine. Her and the baby are totally healthy. They're totally okay. She's actually getting discharged like on Saturday without like having to stay longer or whatever. And so she asked for a pot of bumbawe, and the baby's like freaking fun, because the entire time she was pregnant, I was all like, okay girl, nobody can see, like, you do not have a pregnancy bump, you are so tiny, this baby's probably gonna be tiny as shit. And the baby was tiny as shit. It was only a 5-pound baby. I was all like, oh my god. No, but the baby's healthy, she's good. She just said that she like saw Jesus while having the C-section and everything like that. But yeah, I'm gonna cook her a big old pot of that, and then I have 3 cakes to make tomorrow as well. I'll do my best to stream tomorrow, but there's a chance if I do stream, it'll be very late at night. And then I have dinner plans on Tuesday. I have to go out on
Thursday. But then I should be free the rest of the week. And then in March is really, really freaking busy. I have a ton of catering orders and baking orders due in March. On March 5th, we are having... Oh, so I want from March 1st to March 4th for us to have a marathon stream of hitting Ascension 20 and Slay the Spire 1 so that we're ready for Slay the Spire 2. That is my goal. Whether or not it actually happens, I'll do my best, but that is my goal. And then I have a cover releasing on the 22nd of March for Cisei's anniversary birthday. And then I have to bake / cook on the... I have my... I'm part of the White Day event for the VTuber Idol Cafe. So I may or may not have fancy handmade baked goods at the event. I'm actually participating with Tonya. I don't know if the last person was revealed yet. But if you guys come and see me, there may be some hand packed goods involved. I'm there for a White Day event. I'm also be doing karaoke. I'm gonna have a duet with Tonya as well. Is it? I have no clue. And then I have to bake the weekend after that as well. And then my mom and a bunch of my friends come on the 20th, which, oh God, pray for me. April, I'm gonna be gone for like a weekend for my brother-in-law's 40th birthday. And then May, we're gone in... Yeah, I think I am a little bit psychopathic for having my plans booked out all the way until like October. But would it be me if I wasn't booked and busy every moment? And then we have a large event, belated anniversary event, a large event, a new outfit, new cover, and a bunch of other stuff happening in September because I'll be in Japan this time for my anniversary. However, I will be having a real life go around Japan stream with me for my 6th-year anniversary. So you still get to spend time with me, don't worry. And with all of that in mind, I'm hoping for a no plans October, November, December.
I hope. I really, really hope. I don't want to do anything. Oh, speaking of which, when I was there back at home, my bitch cousin was saying shit. Like, she turns to me. She was like, Yuna, like, I used to think that you didn't want to be out with me, or that like you didn't like spending time with your family and that kind of stuff. But I realized you're just like a shut-in, right? You're like a little bed rotter. You like don't want to go outside, huh? And I was like, you know what? You can believe whatever the fuck you want. I don't want to spend time with you. So if you think that's why I don't want to, then be my guest.
My life as you get older is so but then it's all like I do it to myself. I get lonely. Or it's also like I want to make plans with this friend because when's the next time I'm gonna see them, because we're all adults now, we're busy, but then also companionship. And then my husband will have to like beg me and be like, please, can we not do anything next month? Can you not make any plans? Like, please. And I'm like, it's not my fault. People want to see me. It's not.
No, actually, I don't want to hang out with my batshit family. It is exhausting.
Yeah. It's good seeing you guys again. I missed you guys a lot. I wanted today to be a slightly long stream, but I don't know if you guys will be interested in me just playing games for a couple of hours. Don't know what I want to play. Also, this is the problem about YouTube. I can't just like change the category. Like, what do I do now? Do I like freaking like change the thumbnail and be like, actually, I was playing this game after an hour and a half of ranting my ass off. like what am I supposed to do, huh? But it is nice like having like some new faces on YouTube as well. Oh, I'm not stagnant, thank God. Go for it, we'll stick around. As long as your struggle, you can always end stream and redirect. No, that's so much. Okay, there's no guarantee that if I end the YouTube stream I can figure out how to start another one. Are YouTube stream thumbnails that serious? I cannot believe you would just dismiss my hard work just like that. It brings tears to my eyes. And you say you don't even care about me.
This is actually my first recommendation, so good job, and you stayed. You're not corpo anymore. Who's going to arrest you? My trauma is. Oh, I actually started tearing up from that. Oh, I should be an actress. Let me wipe my eyes real quick. Sorry. Making a lady cry. Yeah, I thought you were better than this, Dart.
Also for YouTube, people usually update the title with plus game afterwards. Ah, I see.
I can't believe you would disrespect your hard work by starting the wrong stream. Hey, I didn't know which button would do what, okay? I was given minimal instructions.
I thought YouTube people just stop and restart.
See, I have the same philosophy with stopping as I do with like blocking people. Where if I block someone, it means that I lost. It means that they bothered me enough that I blocked them, and I can never let anyone think that they're on my brain like that rent free. So I never block anybody unless it's like that bad. Stopping a stream's the same way. Stopping is like basically quitting, and I don't like to be a quitter because I am if not anything but resilient, you know.
Let me see. The mental Olympics. It really do be the I do it to my. I fight myself all the time, every day, all day. I guess we can have a poll though, what you guys want to play. But then, oh man, it's gonna be a poll on 2 platforms and I gotta go add it together. Oh, you just mute people, right? Yeah, I do. But then, see, when my mom tried to put this jade bracelet on me to like prevent me from going to hell, I'm going anyway. Especially because my mindset with like muting people is all like, yeah, but they're alive still. Why? This habit of playing psychological chess with people probably doesn't help your stress. Would I be Nini Yuna if I was not a little bit anxiety ridden and a little bit stressed out all the damn time? I get nosy. I peep the people I mute, and so I can know that they're suffering. Except sometimes being a decisive bitch like does help out though. Like one time, I had someone blocked, and then I got sent like a really stupid tweet by them from someone else, just to be like, look at the audacity of this bitch, you know? And I accidentally fat fingered a like on the tweet, but because I had them blocked, they didn't get notified for it. And how did I know this? I forced that person that sent me the tweet to block me and then like a tweet to see if I would get a notification. Never punished! Never punished! Sorry, I just feel really strongly about bad people getting away with doing bad things and then people revering them as if they're a good person. But then my life is also like too peaceful to start shit. But I just know that they know that they could never start shit with me, because I will win. I know more than they could ever imagine to know. And that itself keeps me sleeping at night. That just sounds like US billionaires. Don't look at me like that, Sunset. I recently thought Boston was in Pennsylvania. You know, I will not start a fight. But if you do start one with me, I will make sure I am the one ending it. That is how it works. Can we punish her? No! Have you figured out where it is? Is Boston... New Jersey is a state, right? Is it in New Jersey? Boston feels like a very New Jersey state. No? 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 Okay, alright, yeah, okay. Hey, at least... Starts with an M. Michigan? Minnesota? Mississippi? Oh, my bad. I forgot about Massachusetts. This is so tiny, you know? It's not even average. You're funny, you know? I know. I know. I'm so too funny. Got everyone except the right one. But yeah, man, just thinking about massive things. I'm really excited to get to have any of the egg tart
Walmart. I think they do sell it in the Bay Area, but only on weekends. And I don't wanna go fight. Like, the worst part about the Bay Area is being plagued by foodie influencers that will go, come with me to get the viral mega long egg tart, whatever, and then it ends up being a super long line. I just don't want to deal with that. It just needs, you know, when I was on the airplane, right? I was like reading, but normally I have like the little screen up where it shows you like where the plane is flying from and how long it's gonna take to get to your location and that kind of stuff, right? And I did look at it and I was kind of like huh. You know, you would think staring at this for 4 hours I'd be able to tell which state is which, but I can't. The most important thing is that I did my best, okay? Gonna be honest, I forgot Montana. Okay, let's see. Can I name every single state that has an N in it? So there's New York, there's North Carolina, North Dakota, New Mexico, North Virginia? Is that a state as well? Or is that just an area? And no, wrong direction. Okay, all right. Okay. There's a West Virginia. It's close enough. You're gonna miss that one state. Stop. Wait, do I have one left? Nevada! Yes! Because I did see on the map it said the Sierra Nevadas, and I was like, oh, it's because it's next to Nevada, which is next to California. Oh, okay. Is that it? That hit all of them? There's quite a few. I missed more. What else is there? There's another. There's missing one. One more. Who the fuck lives in Nebraska? Oh, I went to Nebraska. Oh, Omaha, Nebraska. Oh yeah, no guys, never go to Nebraska. There's like nothing there. Other the Omaha Zoo is pretty lit though. The Omaha Zoo. The only end state I went to. New Hampshire too. Okay, so there was 2 left. Well, Hampshire is also really tiny. Still another one. Did I get it? It was in New Hampshire, and by mean I mean like chat got it. I realized she only said the other new. It's the Midwest. Oh wow! I can't believe I went to Nebraska. Damn. What was the initial question? The initial question before all of this, or what started me naming everything with N? Okay, all the states in the United States that start with an M. Montana, Minnesota, Mississippi, Michigan. Is that it? Should get New Delaware. Massachusetts. Sorry, I forgot Massachusetts. And Maine. Oh, what else is there? The worst person I knew was from Maine. No, actually, the worst people I know are from Wisconsin. She forgot again. My bad. Maybe it's because in my head, Massachusetts and Mississippi are basically the same thing. So, Maryland. Maryland. Those damn cheese people. Well, I told you guys the story of why I have a thing against people from Wisconsin, right? So, my middle school orchestra teacher sent me a Facebook message when I was in middle school and was like, what would you do if I told you I loved you? And then someone called the cops on him, and then the cops showed up to my parents' place, and then my parents pretended that never happened. And it turns out he was teaching in Texas without a proper teaching license, and I got sent back to Wisconsin. But I wasn't even his main target. There was another girl that I had a really bad falling out with. I felt kind of bad for because she had a boyfriend who was like the best cello player ever. Like he even like performed at like an inauguration. But my orchestra teacher didn't like him because he was in love with this student because she apparently had the same name and played the same instrument as his dead fiance who got into a car accident. Who apparently he might have never even had a fiance. And the only reason why he got the cops called on him is because he saw them kissing behind a bus, and then he called her parents, and her parents are like, why do you care this much if our kids are kissing or whatever? And so then her sister called the cops on him. I promise you. I promise you it's not a bit. How that even happen? Don't they check stuff beforehand? It's Texas. Like, you get teachers arrested like every other week. Nina Yuno's life is not real. And yet, here I am. What the fuck is this dude? What would you tell him I loved you, little girl? And then he would like... So the worst thing that he ever did to me was like for April Fools, like... I was in middle school, okay? I was at a dumb age. But one of the pranks that we had done for April Fools is that I think I like was joking that I was like dating like this other guy, and this other guy took the joke too far and was talking about like teen pregnancy or whatever. And so then as an April Fool's prank, because he was mad at me for possibly dating someone that I was not actually dating, he told the entire class that I'm pregnant. I got really upset and I started crying, and then he like got me like an apology plushie the other day. Yeah, no. He was really scary, honestly. A lot of people were really scared to speak up to him because when he got mad conducting and stuff, he would throw like the metal music stands like against the wall and stuff. Like there's a dent in the old orchestra room from him throwing something. And then he tried reaching out to one of my other friends when we were maybe in our second or third year of college, maybe. But then my friend blocked him and I blocked him everywhere. Yeah, I think he got out of jail already. I think. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to use Facebook, right? Did he make Minecraft YouTube videos? No, he only made cello playing videos. So, to be honest, I could probably find him on YouTube if I wanted to. People would rage. Yeah, no, there was a lot behind him being hired that... But I think at the time, they were kind of desperate to have, like, an orchestra teacher because the last one left. And then the one after that was, like, beautiful, amazing, gorgeous. I loved her a lot. And then the one after that, like, had a vendetta against, like, any couple in the classroom. Like, she literally was the epitome of, like, couples explode and die. Because she would date guys that would try to marry her for a green card, and then she would end up with a failed relationship. So she'd be really happy for, like, maybe a couple of weeks, and then she would take it out on us a couple weeks later. But yeah. And not even, he's just a little, I think, no, depends on what your definition is. Yeah, middle school was a time. I really sometimes wonder what my life would be like if I never left California. It's true. Yes. Let me see. And then... Well, do I have any other crazy childhood stories that I could tell you guys? Not entirely sure. Let me think. You showed up on my recommendation. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Have you signed on a game yet? Absolutely not. I wasn't even thinking about that the last like hour. I used to bet on crackhead fights in the parking lot. Yeah, we had our senior prank week canceled because some student pulled out a knife and then tried to toss the other teacher over the railing on the second floor. Yeah, Texas. Like, I hate to say it, but it was like, yeah, majority of my classmates were pregnant by the end of senior year. So, it's okay. Joke's on me. They're all house owners now. Good for them. Let me blow my nose out. Hold up. No, I'm saying that senior prank week got canceled because someone did that the week before senior prank week. So then we had like mega security and everything as well. Okay, we can either farm more, or I can play Code Vein, or we can start slaying right this second. Okay, let me make a poll. How the fuck do you make a poll on YouTube? What button is this? How to... Oh, is it this one? Engage with your audience. Start a Q&A. Answer viewer questions live. Start a poll. You can just change the stream to a members only stream. That's kind of funny, actually. Imagine having a really good stream and in the middle of it going, all right, I'm paywalling this now. Membership to me or you're never going to see this ever again. What the fuck? That's so funny. YouTube, you're so funny. We had a guy get into a week-long coma due to getting his... Whoa! I think we've also had a case like that. Don't think they were in a coma, though. I think they just died. I grew up fighting bears and cougars, but what the fuck is wrong with Texas? Hehe.
Is anyone here? As much as I want to be excited for the Resident Evil 9 game or any Resident Evil games in general, I'm just better off watching it, someone else play it, or just reading about it because I'm so bad with horror games, and then I get really frustrated when like I can't progress through a game, especially if it's story based. Um, but damn, Leon Kennedy's fun. Okay, start a poll. What game play? And we will do Slay the Spire, Farming, Star Sand, Island, and then we'll do what else did I have? Code Vein 2. Do you think Leon's gonna die? I think he's gonna die and then come back as some like parasitic evolution or something like that. Oh, we can fish too! I really have been into dredge. Fishing. Okay, and then let me start the poll as well on... I have like my YouTube studio at like the corner of like my top monitor, like with the preview, and sometimes I can see my model just kind of like tweaking out and shaking it, and I'm just kind of like, oh wow, she's so stupid. What is wrong with her? What play? I got Grum. Oh yeah, no, that checks out. That checks out. Slay the Spire, Farming, Star Island, Sand Island. Code Vein 2, Dredge, Fishing. Lee, please go ahead and vote. Dozo. I think I started it. I'm heading out. See you. Bye. He won't. Capcom will find a way to keep milking. That's what I'm saying. He'll come out as like a parrot. Like, you know, the women yearn for like monster fucking these days. So we're probably gonna like do some shit like that with him, and then the women are gonna be even more into him. Like the Venom, you know, like Venom. Like everybody wants to fuck Venom apparently. So do you play? Absolutely not. I just have a soft spot for Code Vein because it's one of the things that one of the only games that I finished when I was younger. And everyone called me delusional and crazy when I was like saying like Code Vein's gonna release a second game, and then they released it, and then I was like, haha, losers! This is what happens when you wish for a sequel with a pure heart and clear intentions, okay? How far have you gotten into CV2? I got to when you start slaying the heroes, except I stopped because I don't want to slay my new wife. I don't. We just got married. She was like biting into my neck and everything. It's not even a real sequel. Yeah, but having a follow-up game is already good enough, okay? It didn't happen at school. It happened on the weekend, but Bother the murderer murdered from my school. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Josie, my wife. Josie, our wife. And then obviously we have to play Wuwa when I release my cover so that I can... Oh, when is the new patch actually? I think the banner ends in like 6 days, right? So it means that the patch will probably be... Luke's banner will be the end of this week. Are you guys voting? Are you doing the thing? Are you voting? Are you voting? Are you voting? Are you voting? Oh, I gotta do math? Oh, but the YouTube one is percentage. So do I just add the percentage? Oh, here you go. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pee and refill my water bottle and maybe find a snack or not because I should be dieting. I'll be back. Give me a second. Ba-dang. Alright, okay.
I don't know how he misspelled island that badly.
Thank you, Kepida, for the joining Crumb Chips. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Okay.
Okay, alright. I, Nini Yuna, will benevolently. I will kindly give you guys more content by now demonstrating my math abilities in real time. Okay, so 27 votes on the YouTube poll. 41% is Slay the Spire. 19% is Star Sand Island. 26% is. So I just do 100 divided by 27, right? Is that how that works? Right? Right? No, or is it supposed? Okay, okay. I'm just gonna attempt this. I'm sure I will come to the right number eventually. Divided by 27. No, that's not right because that's like 3. Wait, how do I find out what was the best round? Ah! At least with, okay, for Twitch, Star Sand Island won with 42, with a total of 11 plus 9 is 20, plus 3 is 23, plus 3 more than that is 26. 26 votes on Twitch, and 11 of those were Star Sand Island. So if 18% of 28 votes voted for Star Sand Island on YouTube, then divide the total by 100 and then multiply by their percentage. Okay, 28 divided by 100 multiplied by 18 means 5 people voted, right? For Star Sand Island on YouTube, right? So that means the total votes we got for that was 15 votes. Now if I do that by okay, 38 divided by 100 times 38 again? Wait, no, that's not right. Wait. No, 29 divided by 100 times 0.38? 11 people. 11. Okay, you know what? How about we just play all of them? Let's do all of it, actually. Let's play farming first, and then after that farming, we'll go play Slay the Spire. At the same time, do I have the ability to do that? Can I do that? I don't think I can do Code Vein at the same time. I could possibly do Slay the Spire, Star Sand Island, and Dredge at the same time. Maybe. Results unclear. All candidates win. Yippee! Yay! Woohoo! Okay, let me see. Add a little Subway Surfers on the side. Is it time to bring back Maximalist Nini Yuna? You guys know I'm always ready for that. Fuck, which even was like the have them play different games and stream it. This is where you have mods. You see a Snoopy Lego? No, I didn't, but I really want the Otter Lego set. It's so cute. Ugh. What you could do is just open other streams of all those games and then react to all of them at the same time. I think you may be a genius. Okay, alright. This is gonna be like really high effort. Okay, let me... Okay. Watch this, chat. Okay. Let me see. So first I will go here, and I will find my VOD from Star Sand Island. And I'll play that with the volume down. Okay, I'll move this over here, and then I'm gonna window capture that one. Show it. Let's crop it down. Okay. And go by. We'll do a 4x4. Actually, I don't know if I streamed Slay the Spire recently though. That may be an issue. Okay, so we have one here. Okay, and then I'm gonna go find a second one. Okay, Yuna. Okay, and then I go find Dredge. I did play that one more recently, I think. Dredge, 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 dredge. Dredge. No? No dredge? Hold up. Dredge. No, I definitely played it more recently. Sickly Victorian Child. Mornay, Amith. Merry Christmas. Ah, okay. So I have my Slay the Spire stream right here. Okay. And then I have to add another add capture, window capture, add. Okay. And then here. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. I move this right here. Okay, okay. And then I move this over here. And I know I definitely played Dredge really recently. I'm trying to find where the VOD is. I also played Code Vein recently. So okay, there's my Code Vein VOD. Okay. And then add source. Okay, and then did this. Okay. Haha. Wait, am I like a genius or something? I think I'm a genius, you guys. I did it. Okay, here. Yay. Okay, now I am now playing all of the games that you guys have voted on, which means I am not a liar and I'm always truthful, definitely. Yippee! I know, I'm so good at this! I'm so good! Me and my 3 arms, you know? Bless you, thank you. Wasn't even the ADHD. No, we couldn't decide what game to play on, so I'm gonna play all of them at the same time. Pre-recorded content is cheating. No, it's not. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. Is that the saying? I think that's the saying. That is the saying, right? I think I will probably end up farming though. I think. Maybe. Oh, but now that it's like there's something wrong with my brain because every single time I do Slay the Spire, I'm like, I want to slay now. Okay, give me 1 second. I think I have this prompt to an email real quick. Oh, my nose. Okay, we will play Star Sand until I get bored, and then we'll play Slay until I get bored. Okay, sounds good to me. This is so funny. I'm so smart. Okay, turn this on. Update. Yeah, there was a lot of controversy after the release, but I want to say the developers addressed most of my concerns, and so I will keep supporting the game to the best of my ability. Wait, you guys, did I play Star Sand in ultra wide? I did, right? Okay, that means I have to move my chat over here. Okay. It looks safe to me. I hope. I'm really putting my balls out for them, so I really hope so. Ah, 2 Nini Yunas. Oh, what would you do if there were 2 Nini Yunas? Cry. Yeah, it was definitely. I want to believe it was a smear campaign. I don't know. the developers addressed all of most of my concerns that I was concerned about, so not too fussed about it. Run! Wow, I can't believe this. Hello, Star Sand Island? Onegai shimashu. Okay, you guys see the game volume, okay? Volume check. We can have infinite Yunas. We can. Can one of the mods change the category for me? Thank you. Volume good. Okay, cool. I don't even know where I left off last time, honestly. It's been a while. I heard there was a ton of updates while I've been gone, though. So which Nini Yuna do we donate money to? Why must you place a limit on yourself? Oh, that is a thing, though. Okay. If there were 2 Nini Yunas, and you had to give a job offer to one Nini Yuna, which Nini Yuna do you give the job offer to? Honestly, you have a point. I don't know, like, what the right answer would be. I was born, and then my life was over. Ah, I see. The better one? Who's the better? Is there a difference between the two? I don't know. All right, we were in the middle of collecting rods. Yeah, check out how big my rod is. Part-time job to both. I really don't remember. I was rod shaft. How the fuck did I make a? Would one Nini Yuna hate the other Nini Yuna she was employed? Actually, no. This is the best of both worlds. It means that one Nini Yuna gets to be unemployed because there are times where when games release, I'm all like, oh, thank God I'm unemployed. But then there are times where I was like, I want a job, you know. So maybe does it mean I can keep her? Yeah, sure, I guess. Yeah. If there were 2 Nini Yunas, would they agree on how to do things? Yes, because Nini Yuna is a sheep. So, if I give it to one of them, that's an average of 0.5 jobs between the Nini Yuna, so that would be efficient. So I would have to give a job to pay. Oh my gosh! Oh. Okay, I'm trying to remember how to play the game. Sorry, it's been a couple of days. I haven't gotten a chance to play. So, wonder if there was Oh, I think we need to go to. There's a bunch of stuff that the game gave. Crafting. How do you guys think a rod shaft looks like? Rod shaft. 5 Nini Yunas, 1 works at job. There's a movie based off this. The one that was like all the girls are named like Monday to like Sunday or something, and then Tuesday dies because she was in a relationship or something along those lines. It's a shame you can't be employed. Yeah, I can't get a job now. I have Slay the Spire 2 to play. Hi Yuna-chan, nice to meet you. Long-time subscriber. Oh, hi. I'll tell you what it's not like. I think the smarter move would be 2 Nini Yunas to conspire. Pretend that's 1 Nini Yuna so the other works and the other rest of the day. And then this is also the start of a manga of where like the twin ends up dying and then you like live permanently as the other one or whatever, but then it turned out that their magical beautiful life was not as magical and as beautiful as you thought it was, and now it's in a yeah, no. But only the Nini Yuna can provide for 1. Yeah, no, there's so many. I read too much. We may eventually hit Ascension 20. Wasn't this a vocal envy or something? Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Definitely is also a manga series though. I definitely like watch something along this line. You guys, I'm hungry. Oh, rod shaft. Oh, that's just okay. I kind of get it now. Kind of. Sorry, it's been a while. I need to catch up. So, is that K-drama about a fraternal twin sister taking her twin brother's royal position? Is there? I didn't take you for one to watch K-dramas. Yeah. Okay. Making my way downtown, walking fast. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. And this is where I proceed to go non-verbal for the next like 6 hours to play this game. How is your mom doing? I never remember you have a good relationship with your mom. Do you have mommy issues like me? Equipment. Patrons. Oh, we didn't go pick up the patron from... No, I think like the community center has stuff for us to pick up now. I'm hungry. And then the stream ends because I gotta go eat. Now I'll stream and it's only 12? Why it's so early? Well, realistically, I should just stream until either husband or Pancake are off work so I can go grocery shopping. Let me see. When come or when done with work, just wanna know how long to stream. Okay. And I'm eating some patsy with beef from a food cart right now. Oh, look at you! Look at me! I'm cocky. I have a job and I get to eat yummy food and go get to be performative at a farmer's market every single week and sending Yuna all these bouquets at a stand that she can't sell at. Hitchhike for a ride. Yeah, I don't like driving. I have a fairly good relationship with her. Better now after all this stuff. She's doing well. So she's very proud of herself. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Sorry! I'm jealous, okay? Oh. Am I not supposed to collect anything else? Okay. Let's go. It's already nighttime. Oh my god, we were wasted another day. You just came in. Look at me. I need Yuna. I had 2 cute cats. I'm about to play this game for 8 hours while ordering poke in a few minutes. I still really want to have my seafood boil with In-N-Out to dip in it. I know that sounds terrible, but doesn't it sound so yummy as well? You know, I will never not have beef with burgers, like, not being a healthy food choice. Like, it's fucking bullshit. Like, you're telling me it has all of that and it's not healthy? What the fuck? Not really. That's very Californian of you. Thank you, thank you. Sin of gluttony. Well, you know, like, times I'm all like, oh, why am I fat? And then other times I'm all like, why live if not to eat? I'm not eating burgers to be healthy. Well, I feel like that's on the burger for not being healthy though, right? Oh, that's a lot of craft. Furnace. Process. Wait, I actually have no clue what I'm supposed to be crafting. To be completely honest with you. Ooh, umbrella! That's not useful. The umbrella will do nothing for me. Oh, you know, I've had oh, forgive me, I'm mispronouncing this. Latiao? Latiao? Because I saw a lot of like mukbangers and a lot of like people on Xiaohongshu eating it. It's kind of like a little bit chewy. It's kind of like rice paper soaked in like chili oil and like all these spices and stuff and oil. But the problem I had with it is that like I do sniff everything that I eat. I feel like smell is very important, and it's like the smell is really strong. I wouldn't say it's stinky. Like I've had stinky food, which is like fire still, but it has a really, really, really strong smell. Like even if you put it back in the plastic bag, like the smell permeates like through the bag. Isn't that like Xiao? La Xiao? Oh, maybe, probably. You're probably right. Oh my god, she's being a hacker. Okay, go hacker girl, go! How I look like coding if I was a Sui, yet I refuse to be. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna toss stuff in my inventory and then I'm gonna go live out my camping dreams. Smell is 70% of the taste anyway. Oh, actually, like, I don't think I've gotten COVID before because I definitely at some point had symptoms, but I took like many tests and I
nothing happened. But my sister always just like chills and colds and that kind of stuff. Thank God I have never caught like any type of like COVID strain that like took away my smell and taste though. I don't know what I would do with myself. Like I love eating so much. Let's see. Let's put. Okay, that's food. I'm gonna put. Oh, this is like so quality of life though. I appreciate that the devs of this game like played other farming games and thought to themselves, it would be nice if I had this or this. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out what to put away right now so I can figure out what I want to farm. If you knew you were gonna lose your sense of taste, what would be the last food you eat before it happens? Okay, Malatang! It definitely would be malatang if I knew I was gonna lose my sense of taste. Egg tart, no! Don't rub salt in the wound! I would die though. Yeah, no, it actually would be my last meal as well. Dual Stream Go Bird, thank you, Sir Dick, for the 62 months resub. I appreciate it. Have you guys ever, you know, like there's that YouTube series of like, oh, this is like this celebrity's like last meal or whatever, that sort of stuff. Have you guys ever watched those? And have you ever thought about what your last meal would be? Oh crap, sorry. I like don't remember how to use like these controls. Ah! Tomato, go in! Ah! Please? Oh, there you go. Okay. Meat bait. I think I can keep that. Fiber, shroom. I'm gonna put these two away. Nope, never thought about it. Well, because the problem is though, like, if I had a last meal, I definitely would be getting way too much food. Like, that I can't finish. So maybe I should think about, like, quality over quantity, you know? But I don't know. And, oh, nice. Let's see. Steak, you wanna savor that delicious meat juice? How much of a crust do you like on your steak? And how smoky do you like your steak as well? Oh my god, I went to this... Oh, I'm gonna mispronounce this. Please don't smite me. When I was in Houston, my friend took me to this taco place that is Tijuana style tacos. Oh my gosh, it was so like normally when I get tacos I get lengua. Like lengua's my favorite type of taco to have, but in this case they didn't have it, so I got asada, which was just like steak. And it was like so smoky and so yummy, and the handmade tortilla was delicious. It was so... Yeah, lengua's my favorite. Oh, my stomach hurts from hunger! Probably a set meal at the fancy sushi restaurants that have those bespoke menus for like 8 people once a month or something. Oh, fancy. I like a fair amount of crust. I don't think I care too much about steak crust. It's more important for me if the steak is like medium rare, more on the rare side, and like pairs deliciously with my rice and sauce or something. I am a person where I typically don't eat meat without rice. I think this is my issue. Chicken tacos are your favorite? Really? Cannot go back to ground beef? I think you need to go have lengua tacos. That is what you need. Hey, sorry, we've been walking in circles, so I'm trying to remember what to do. Okay, become a junior explorer. Okay, let us go to the forest together. Lettuce leaf. I like it charred a bit. Give it a nice texture and coloring. Smoke I'm okay with or well. I don't think I care too much about how smoky my steak is. Like my husband insists on always putting steaks in like the grill and the smoker, but I'm just like, yeah, I could pan fry this shit and I don't really care. I know that sounds... No, but it's like, I cook the way I do performatively to impress other people. But honestly, I eat kind of like trash, and I love it sometimes. It's like, it's enjoyable in its own way, okay? Oh, I have to kill the crystal with... Was that Namipan? Namipan? Yeah, I feel like I can't look at capybaras the same anymore. I miss when you... Oh my god, yeah, no, the place I went to though in Houston, it was like $3.50 a taco, and I was like, god damn. God, I remember when I was in like high school and you could get a plate of like 5 tacos for $5. Oh my gosh. No, it definitely was. Oh shit, not again. Ah shit. Hold up, I can't remember what was to do here. Yeah, the tacos are so expensive now. It's actually kind of crazy. But I mean, like, at this place I went to, everything was homemade. So I was all like, all right, I respect it. I miss cheap. I feel like I don't think too often about it just because it's just like yeah, that's just how things are now. And kind of like, if I need it, I'm gonna buy it. But I remember, like, I was buying, like, new face cream. I've been using the same face cream for like a really long time because I try to stretch it out if I can. And then it was like $20 or $30 more than when I first got it like years ago. And I was like, Jesus Christ. It sounds like it was really yummy though. Like they had it was like the thick, huge cuts of like asada, and then like the tortilla was entirely homemade. All the sauces were homemade. They had like guac on top as well. Oh, it was really yummy. Oh, I'm hungry. Talking like Grant's back in my... Okay, the only good thing to come out of Texas is Texas has really good Irish pubs, you guys. Like, I'm actually really freaking surprised. I'm like kind of obsessed with like Irish pubs right now. Like, I want to go to another one. Like, what the fuck? I want to be Irish. Like, it's so yummy. Also, hold up. Okay. Do I remember how to do this? Let's see. Yeah, Irish pubs are so yummy. So good. And I get a pint along with everything. The only thing, I don't know. I don't care too much about meat like that. So barbecue I care more about barbecue size than I care about barbecue, I think. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Oh. Why did I have a Buc-ee's? I do have a couple of snacks I brought back for my friends from Buc-ee's. And pickled quail eggs. Hey, loser. Hey. Hey. Oh, is it cornering me? Oh, ah! Oh, is it already dead? You're that weak? Just a pile of rocks, I guess. Holy shit, is Dragon's Dogma 3. Yeah, last time I was at the Irish pub, I got Scotch eggs. And then I got like, I really wanted to get cabbage rolls, but it was really late because it was after the Violet Evergarden concert, which was amazing, by the way. I thought I wouldn't be that affected by it because I listened to so much of the soundtrack and so much music. Like, it even was like my like wedding playlist. But hearing it live, like hearing all the strings and hearing the singers was so good. I brought back a lot of frozen HEB butter tortillas too. And then no, it was gorgeous. And then I also got whenever I go drink, I really like getting pretzels. Like, my ideal combo is a pint of cider and then some pretzels. Oh, but okay, do you guys like pretzels with mustard or pretzels with cheese? I really like pretzels with cheese, but sometimes I like mustard with it too. It was about as aggressive as an enemy from Dragon's Dogma 2. What type of game is Dragon's Dogma 2? Are you mean? That's my go-to combo. Oh my god, there's this one place on near Berkeley that has like a cherry cider, and I always get it with a pretzel that has they make like the cheese out of beer, and it's so yummy. It's so good. And then I also really like normally like ordering some sort of like, I want steak frites, but it's kind of annoying to, oh shit, I gotta go to eat. Oh shit. But it's kind of hard to make steak frites at home just because those fries are so thin. Oh yeah, no, my airport and mall must is Auntie Anne's. Except I keep dropping my freaking sausage out of the sausage bites and I get really sad about it. There's like unfortunately there's multiple photos of me just staring at the ground because like my sausage fell out of my Auntie Anne's. I'm hungry. 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 Hungry, hungry, hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse right now.
Oh, I think I missed all of the free pools on Uma Musume because I haven't been playing because I took it off my phone.
There's on the northwest, I think Houston is a really good German restaurant with the Stop! Don't tell me that after I leave Houston. Oh, don't make me go back. Why are we friends from Free Rent? This is my OC. This is but I think I was subconsciously like thinking about Fern when I first designed her for my Yume Joshi art. But look at this lazy ass loser sitting on the ground like that. It did like 2 weeks ago. I'm hungry. Ta-da! Yay! Did we get the key for the other thing? Okay. Oh! He's got heterophobic eyes. I didn't even notice that the first time. Hold the treasure map. Oogie. Alright, okay, let's go back to the front. Next month there will be first free pulls. There will be more. You missed on the most gamble core card in the game. Oh, damn. I wish selling a gacha game accounts held any value. That's okay. Alright. Heterophobic guys. What am I playing? I'm playing the early release of Star Citizen. Hey, I have a question for you guys. I heard that a lot of people actually prefer to not play early release of games. Do you think there's are any of you guys like that? And if you are, then what's your reason? Like I saw like someone was all like, oh, I never play like early release of games. That's like not my thing. I was like, oh, I wonder why. Like that's a really curious thing to me. Well, she's like in love with me or something. You skip early release because you get burned out on them too often. Ah. So I'm a little freak, and when I really like a game, I'll play the game non-stop to the point that nothing else is enjoyable to me other than that game. But I feel like I can't play that game anymore because it's the only thing I've been playing. Why do you sigh the moment you see me? No, it's not because of you. Ugh, my head brain isn't working. Can't think of anything. Oh, me all the time. I at least wait a year after release for bugs to be ironed out. For some people, it's not a beta testing for free. For others, day one patches are really but then it's all like, for me, whenever I play early releases, I never care enough to comment on it, and so technically I'm not even really helping them beta test, right? But since I play mainly JRPGs, I usually play on the launch day. I'm really looking forward to it. I wing it. I generally play early releases though, because some of the things makes it for a funny story. You play the early release of Outlast Trials. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe for me, it's all like, it's a miracle the game even isn't on. Oh, I know some people are like, oh, there are games that have been early release and then they never get finished or something like that too, right? Or they run out of funding. I already made them this food, didn't I? Do I need to go redo it again? Anna? Hold up. I already made them the food. Did the quest redo? I also acquired a boat already, didn't I? Last poem. I was going to do something, but I for some reason can't remember what I was trying to do right just now because we went into a tangent. Nowadays, games seem to be releasing unfinished. Also, dropping 70 bucks for a game have to be strategic. I know, I feel the same way. But I think I really will get the Monster Hunter Pokemon Ranger game. That's really cute. You're holding back buying Resident, yeah, especially because honestly, if you have like a backlog, you should probably finish those games first. But then for me, it's all like, but what if this is the game that gets me into gaming again? You know, like. Speaking of which, I need you guys to pursue literacy. I was reading the Silent Witch light novels because like the anime left out so much and I've been enjoying it so much and I want to read more light novels that with more volumes so I can like really get like all the juicy lore and everything. But all of you guys just give me the same recommendations. I need something new. Let me see. Monster Hunter Stories. Oh, I will get Pokepia though. That being said, the last time I spent like 60 bucks on the Pokemon game, I didn't even play for like 3 hours. So hopefully that'll be different this time. Oh, I can't wait for the Grand Blue Relink update. Do you have to pay for the update or DLC? Not that I mind. It's a game that I love very much, and I'm very glad that they finally listened to our pleas to add more content to it. But I struggle to start reading. Really? I really love reading light novels. I can't really watch anime these days. I definitely really prefer reading light novels. This story, oh, okay. Can't wait to link up again. I'm hungry. More? You want more soup dumplings? Or is this just a bug? I'm feeling like this is a bug. Full release on the Switch too. Oh really? Oh, I was like in too much of a flow state when I streamed this like the first time for like 10 hours. But now my brain's all over the place because I just like can't remember what was that. I was gone for a whole week. Lunar New Year. Oh yeah, happy Lunar New Year again, you guys. Sorry I couldn't be here to wish you guys an actual. That's so cute. To wish you guys happy Lunar New Year. Oh wait, this is a really cute hairstyle too, actually. This is also really cute. I like this one too. How's my fortune looking? It's okay. Now it's friend for real. We had said the negative karma you're building on suffering your family. No, because I don't know. It's not parasocial advising at first. But like I said, I spent so much of my life with you guys. Almost over half a decade with you guys. It kind of sucks when real life pulls me away to do other things on our obligations. I wish it was easier to stream on the go without having to pack an entire setup and everything. I don't know. Like I said, like when I got married, like it was really important to me that like my partner like understood that like breadcrumbs have a really big spot in my heart, and that I want them to be like appreciated as much as I appreciate them. So I need to buy more meat to cook more soup dumpling, I think. I have no more chunks of meat. Oh it's on sale actually. I'm glad that like as much as I love Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, I'm really glad there's no like rotting or like expired like food like mechanic for this game. That was kind of stressful. I tolerate you guys, it's true. It's true. You make me hungry. I'm hungry! Edit, can I not make soup dumpling? Meat bites, okay. I remembered I wanted... So there's like this new thing that everybody's been playing. Quote unquote playing, but it's just like a browser game of where like you have to remember 5 colors and then see how close you can get to the color. And I got a pretty high score when I was on my phone, but I was like, I want to be on my PC for this because honestly, my phone was already kind of overheating and like I was like, oh sorry. There we go. But I was like, oh, I wanna do it too, so I can see if I can get like the top like score. But I saw like a bunch of people like losing like their entire day to it, and I was like, no, as long as I can get a above average score, I'll be happy with that. Actually, why don't we do it right now? Let me see. Okay. What was the website called again? You know what I'm talking about, right? Your model's really cute. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me look for this little shit. I think Rose Doodles posted it. Let me see. Didn't... Oh, here we go. Okay. Alright, okay. Let's see if I can lock the fuck in, you guys. Add source. Window capture. Okay. Okay, yeah, see it? Alright, okay. Alright, let's see how good I am. Okay, humans can't really recall colors. This is a simple game to see how good or bad you are at it. We'll show you 5 colors, and then you'll try to recreate them. It's fucking multiplayer? Crush the whole world. Same 5 colors. Oh.
Single player.
Let's go alone. Okay. Okay, this is like Haruka green. I think it was a bit darker. No, maybe a little bit more. No, definitely had a tinge of yellow. Something like it's like it's a color game. Is what it's called. Is there a timer? Wait, where do I click it? So this is supposed to see like how well you can recall colors and then you can replicate the colors or whatever as well. And you get scored like out of 10, I think. Oh, mine wasn't green enough. Or mine wasn't yellow enough. Okay. 9.4. Okay, not bad, not bad. Oh, that's kind of an ugly color. Kind of reminds me of the color of dirt. A little bit brighter, maybe. A little bit more like this. I feel like my eyes are always much more saturated than like what the actual color is. Okay. Yeah, that was definitely like way more olive. I definitely went way too green on that one. Okay. Why? I got really ugly colors this time. What the heck? My eyes don't do well with darker colors. Oh, I did not memorize that one very well. Such ugly colors. If you go to Home Depot, you will pick out the right shade, greener. Such ugly colors. Is it like this dark? I think it was a little bit darker, wasn't it? Maybe. Oh! That one was surprisingly pretty spot on. Okay. I think I threw with the second one though, with the olive. I think I threw. That was like an indigo of sorts, kind of. You like this? You like it? Are you gonna try to get a perfect score on it? Oh fuck, I actually did forget this one. I was not paying close enough attention. Oh, not bad. It's close enough. It's a little bit more saturated than the actual color. No, I meant like I liked the color. Ah! I hate this color of pink the most. This is my enemy. This is like fuchsia or some shit. That's my enemy, you guys. Okay, this is like still cute. So it was like a much more like irritating color. Kind of like this. It's a horrible pink. I know. It's really popular with pink VTubers though. I hate this pink. Oh, not bad, not bad. This is kind of close. What do we get? What do you get? Got a slightly higher score than last time. Okay, let's do the daily challenge for this one. Okay, let's see. One of my mods tried it a couple of times, and they were like, "Are you cheating?" I was like, I have a designer. What can I say? I also like I grew up really enjoying just like staring at all the swatches of paint at like Home Depot, Office Depot. So, I'm gonna drink some water. Hold up. Yes, I'm trying to flex. Okay. Let's do the daily one. 5 colors, same for everyone on Earth. You get 1 shot, no pressure. Show everyone about how you don't suck. Oh lord, okay. This is very green yellow. I went out a bit dark on that one. Okay. It's dialed.gg. Dreamt of being a house owner since birth. Ah, Miku! Actually, it's a bit more blue, I think, than... Oh, let's see. Miku nayo. This game is very anti-unk because no more memory. Oh crap, I can't remember. Oh, there was this Miku figure I really wanted to order. It's my next collection of Mikus is gonna be Chinese Miku, okay? Because apparently like everybody's releasing Chinese Miku right now. But I was gonna order the one drawn by Onmi and the one drawn by Rella because my favorite artist. But there's one that was drawn by Ask that was released like a while ago, like with plum blossoms and camellias, and I really wanted to get it because I'm really big fan of Ask's art, and it was a really pretty green, but it was all like, can you even tell it's Miku, you know? Wait, I got distracted. Fuck, hold up. Let me remember how Miku the sign was. Miku always seemed to sell. Yeah, I actually might resell my so I ordered biblically accurate Miku, the one drawn by Yonemai, you know? I might sell it cuz I saw people started getting like the figure, and it's not painted very well, and so I'd rather get like other ones I like more, you know? I don't know. Oh, this is a nice color, kind of. I feel that was a very like sportswear color, you know what I mean? Fuck, was it that dark? Fuck. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm so good. Damn. Okay. I really love colors. Like, I really love staring at colors. So I get mad when you guys are always all like, oh, those colors are basically the same. No, they're not. It's a bit brighter. Actually, I don't know how bright that one was. Either way, we're concerned. Oh, I feel like I did not stare at that one long enough, actually. I feel like it was a tiny little bit brighter, maybe. Superior rods and cones? No, my eyes are so freaking damaged. My eyes have so many problems. They should do this for people doing paint mixing at hardware stores. I love watching the paint mixers. They're so nice, honestly. Oh man, I love paint. I wish painting was not. I wish painting walls was not such a pain in the ass, and I wish that paint was also not so expensive. Wall paint is really high quality. Like wall paint, I feel like is pretty expensive. You can't see far, but something closer, you're really expert. I just really love like I can't really explain it, but when I see colors like this, right? Like everything is almost like 3D to me. Like whenever I look at a painting, like and I just look at all the colors, it almost like honestly like freaking like jumps out. Like it if that makes sense. Is that a little insane to say? But then no, all the colors like genuinely like, it just jumps out to me, and I really like colors. I've been yapping too long, so I don't remember how this is supposed to look. Okay, not bad. Could have done better, but it was not bad. I should have done a little bit more desaturated. You did it through peripheral vision. I see. Can you taste the colors? I can taste things if I think about it, if that makes sense. Like for me, it's like yeah, if I think about a certain food sometimes, especially with something that like no for anything, unfortunately, even if I've never tasted like it before, like I can assume. Isn't that the perfect cheat code for your diet? No, because then it just makes me hungry and actually crave the food that I want. Ah! Wait, this is like legitimately this is like a very like Wordle coded game, right? Like I feel like maybe this is the first time that like these little like daily games actually like interest me. Except if I'm like bad at it, then I'll get really mad. Crap. What was that? Was it a cooler shade of blue? I need to stop yapping so much. Hold up. I'm trying to remember this. When you eat your salad, just close your eyes. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't. But no, I'm hungry now. Maybe it was more. Cause the boss walked by and can't believe you're slacking off at work. It was a periwinkle-ish, I feel. Maybe a little bit darker, maybe a little bit lighter. I feel like I've always gone too saturated in all of these. Maybe we'll go for a little bit. Ah! No, this one was really off. Eh? No, this one was really off. Wow, I got this one super off. Oh, it's my highest score yet. It's not bad. Challenge a friend with today's colors. Nice, okay. Not bad at all. It could have been wow. This one in the middle was freaking spot on though. That's crazy. That was actually so good. I'm gonna tweet this out. Hold up. This is my Wordle. You got the dark Miku color completely wrong. No, it's okay. It was definitely a little bit of a toss-up. I really got carried by green. Yeah, no, that was almost spot on. I'm surprised that this last one got. I forgot to pause the game this entire time. Ah! Why did anybody tell me? No one told me that the game wasn't paused this entire time. Oh my god, how many days was my time? Maybe we just closed the game, you guys. You just noticed what this YouTube stream name was? Yeah! Well, originally the stream was like, welcome back, let me trauma dump on you. And then I ended up not starting the wrong waiting room. So now I'm here. I was panicking. I just wanted to see how long it would take me to notice. You guys are terrible. Well, It's almost 1. And I could stream a little bit longer, but it's been almost 3 hours. And I'm starting to get so hungry that you don't want to see me when I'm hungry. I'll give you tell. You guys should have just been able to tell that the darkness was changing in the back. Like, it went from daytime to nighttime. You got carried by the Miku. That was my closest one. 9.88. Ah, I see. No, I didn't. No. But... No, this was a really nice welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that stopped by on YouTube as well. I'll do my best to dual stream from now on. I really hope I get the waiting room right next time, though. I will do my best to see you guys tomorrow evening. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I'll do my best. I woke up quite early today. I don't know if it was a jet lag or something like that. But no, I'm on my streamer arc, you guys. Like, yeah, first time seeing on YouTube, so I was surprised I had to hang. I'm glad you stayed around. I appreciate it. It's like seeing you yap. No, thank you. I appreciate. How do you redirect people on YouTube? Is there like a? It's 2 hours. Excuse me, Shunshet. Is there like a? Like a... You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll just raid on. But yeah, hopefully the cover can get released tomorrow. The waiting room will be up, and hopefully we get to the top 10. I'd be really happy if we could. Thanks for hanging out with me as always. Thank you for all the donuts, the resubby, the biddies, all the new people, all the new crumb chips. I really appreciate it. Have a very wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you may be. I hope you eat lots of delicious food, and if you don't, then why are you wasting your time like that? You're supposed to eat delicious foods, okay? And Otsu Panini, Otsu. The fuck do I rate? Do we have another farmer in our midst? Oh, this is a cute VTuber, but this breaks my rules of sharing you guys with other pink-haired VTubers. Hi. Be good, you guys. Don't do anything too crazy. And if you do, don't get caught. See you tomorrow. Bye.